So as the World Cup winds down, it seems more and more transfers are starting to take place, which is as expected. But today, Lucas Torreira, the player who was at Sampdoria, has signed a deal with Arsenal. They have just confirmed it, and a massive, massive, massive signing for the club. So who is Lucas Torreira? He is a defensive midfielder, someone they have been crying out for years and years and years. They've needed a defensive midfielder for years. And Xhaka, as you know, he's a very good player and everything, but he's not that person. And he's never really fitted into that role. I said on a video about the signing of Socrates, it seems Unai Emery has, noticed the problems with the club. He's noticed their defence is weak. They've noticed that he's ageing, Peter Cech, and he's noticed they need a defensive midfielder. And you can see from Arsenal signings, that's what's going on. He's trying to fix the problems they have, which is fantastic, because they've needed some of these players for such a long period of time, and finally it has happened, and he has signed for Arsenal. What this will mean is that they have another option in midfield. They've got rid of Jack Wilshere, and he seems to be, potentially not his replacement, but certainly like a player that can play in a similar position. So he came through in Italy. He started at Pescara in Serie B, and he signed for Sampdoria, but was loaned back out to Pescara. He had a successful season in Serie B that year, and I believe they got promoted. They did get promoted. So he then went into Serie A. He had 2 very successful seasons with Sampdoria. He was a part of the Uruguayan squad in the World Cup. He made 8 appearances so far, and they all come this year. He had an okay tournament, and it's really good to see Arsenal really sorting out their problems. This is what Unai Emery had to say. In Lucas Torreira, we have signed a young player who is very bright talent in the game, a midfielder of great quality. I've enjoyed watching his performances for Sampdoria over the last 2 seasons. We all saw him do very well for Uruguay. He is a young player. He's only 22, same age as I am. And we welcome Lucas to Arsenal. Look forward to him joining us for pre-season. So this has been on the table for a long time. He was just clearly waiting until the transfer could go through once he'd left the World Cup. Obviously, he was hoping he would still be at the World Cup, but that hasn't happened, and now he has left the club and joined Arsenal. At the end of the day, I've got to admit, I think if Wenger was still in charge, most of these signings wouldn't have happened. I don't think they'd have signed Leno, and I don't know about the other players. This is a totally different signing. This is a very, very young player. But you wouldn't be surprised at all to see him signing another striker. It's just how he is. But Unai Emery, I have been really impressed with his signings. He's brought a lot of experience in, and he has brought a lot of players in where they needed strengthening, which is really important. Really important. So, whether Arsenal break into that top 4 again, I don't know. I really don't. But I think they're going about it the right way. They are signing players who will improve them and will be able to get the club in more of a state of, like a bit more solid at the back, because that's a main problem. Their 2 main problems over the last 2 seasons were their away form, and of course, their defence. Over the last season, their away form and defence. There's no doubt about it. They lost to Stoke. They struggled to beat Crystal Palace. They drew with West Ham. Swansea, I think they lost to. So that is something that's really, really important to get that fixed right. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be really happy with this signing. I really would. I really do think that it's the kind of player that they need, and I think that is really important. So tell me your thoughts down below. Get involved in the comments below. Tell me everything you feel about this. I think it's a good signing, but what do you think? I know I have a few Arsenal fans that follow the channel, so tell me your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new. I cover all Premier League transfers, so keep up to date here on the Mike's Talks Football channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.